Welcome back. Former Super Eagles attacking midfielder Adepoju has cautioned the senior national team that beat a number 4 ranked team in the world, Argentina, in an international friendly will not determine their performance at the FIFA World Cup in June next year. Adepoju, who played in 3 World Cups for Nigeria, wants more of the friendlies to help the team blend more because bigger teams will now be wary of the Super Eagles.
Nigeria beating Argentina is a very good thing. But what I'm going to say is that we should just take it step by step. Beating Argentina now does not mean that we are winning the World Cup. We just have to work towards it. There are still many things to do, many steps to take, and let's just see how they get to the World Cup, and this is going to determine. But thinking that we are winning the World Cup now, we might be wrong thinking that. But if we work very hard, the players are informed, and they do what is the needful. They work very hard. I believe we can go far from the World Cup because other countries are there, and they will be wary of Nigeria now. They will be they know that Nigeria has beaten Argentina, and they're going to come all out.
Meanwhile, the appointment of David Moyes at West Ham has failed to deliver instant reaction as they slipped a 2-0 defeat at Watford in the only English Premier League game played earlier today. Will Hughes turned home Andre Gray's scuffed shot in the 11th minute to put Marco Silva's men in front, and Brazilian Richarlison netted the second in the 64th minute to wrap up the points. The victory was only Watford's second at home this season and takes them to 8th on the EPL log. While West Ham stay in relegation zone, the Hammers host Leicester City next. Nigeria's flag bearer at the FIBA Africa Women's Champions Cup, First Bank Women's Basketball team this evening, clinched the bronze medal at the just concluded championship held in Angola. The Nigerian champions beat title holders Inter Club of Angola 70-61 points in the third-place match. The Tigress forward Cecilia Okoye was the top performer of the night, recording 21 points with 11 rebounds and 1 assist. The team led the first and second quarter 22-21 and 22-10, while the Angolan team led the Nigerian side in the third and fourth quarter 15-13 and 15-13. Bulgaria's Grigor Dimitrov this evening finished the best season of his career with the biggest title of his life. The Bulgarian won his 5th consecutive match at the ATP Finals, beating David Goffin 7-5, 4-6, 6-3 to win the season-ending championships during his debut. It's the 4th title of Dimitrov's 2017, a career high and the 8th of his career. The right-hander was already going to climb to a career-high number 3 in the year-end ATP rankings, but now he'll do so emphatically and with a heap of momentum heading into his 2018 season. Meanwhile, world number 2 Roger Federer has remained in positive mood after his shock semi-final exit at the ATP Finals, saying he's enjoyed his comeback season. The defeat to David Goffin was only Federer's 5th defeat of a superb year in which he roared back from an injury layoff in 2016 to win the Australian Open and Wimbledon titles.
An amazing year for me. Been so happy that I was playing at this level, from the beginning till basically the end, till today. So it's been great. Really enjoyed myself in the process. I felt that was, playing in a way that I also, I like, playing forward, playing attacking tennis. It's kind of disappointing to finish on this note, but, whatever happens is less important than if I look at the entire season. And with that season, I'm extremely happy.
Robert Mugabe has defied calls for him to resign by announcing today he will stay on as Zimbabwe's leader until the ZANU-PF's Congress in December. The 93-year-old had been sacked as party leader earlier today and replaced with sacked Vice President Emerson Mnangagwa. His wife, Grace, was expelled from the party alongside a number of other senior officials. The party's leadership had given him less than 24 hours to resign as president or be impeached. His speech tonight was expected to have been an announcement of his resignation.
Yes, a veritable whatever the pros and cons of the way they went about registering those concerns, I, as the President of Zimbabwe and as their Commander-in-Chief, do acknowledge the issues they have drawn my attention to, and do believe that these were raised in the spirit of honesty and out of deep and patriotic concern for the stability of our nation. To our commanders are the well-founded fears that the lack of unity and commonness of purpose in both party and government was translating into perceptions of inattentiveness to the economy. Open public spurts between high-ranking officials in the party and government, exacerbated by multiple conflicting messages from both the party and government, made the criticisms leveled against us inescapable.
Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe. Signals believed to have come from the Argentine Aras San Juan submarine that went missing with 44 crew members on board have been detected. Defense Ministry officials are trying to pinpoint the location of the 7 failed satellite calls received on Saturday. The search for the missing diesel-electric vessel has been stepped up in the South Atlantic, with a NASA research plane joining in. Britain and countries in the region have offered to assist, while the U.S. Navy is flying deep-water rescue modules to Argentina to be deployed if the submarine is found on the seafloor. The submarine was returning to its base at Mar del Plata, south of Buenos Aires, from a routine mission to Ushuaia. And the main news again. The Independent National Electoral Commission has declared the All Progressive Grand Alliance candidate, Willie Obiano, winner of the Anambra governorship election. The incumbent governor polled a total of 234,071 votes to defeat his closest challenger, Tony Nwe, of the All Progressives Congress, who polled 98,752 votes. And Zimbabwe's embattled leader, Robert Mugabe, has vowed to stay on in power until the end of the year, in spite of pressure on him to step down immediately. That's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.